On the 25th of November, 2024, during Prophet Godwin's Sarfo-Anon Zoom meeting and in deep prayers and intercession, the prophet of God gave an international prophecy through the Spirit of God concerning an ex-president of the United States of America. Hear his words.
Oh, Jesus. I saw in a vision right now an American president. Is he alive or he died? Jim Carter?
He died.
He died when?
No,
He's alive.
I think he's still alive.
He's alive, yeah.
He's alive.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's pray for him. I saw his star. I saw his star being moved from
He's
among
like
the
100
stars.
years old.
Right now, whilst I was speaking, I saw his star. The Lord said, the Lord called him his servant. I don't know why God will call him my servant, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
Elisha, are you here? He said,
yeah, I'm here.
You have a prophecy here. He said, my servant, Jimmy Carter, his star is being moved to the other side. His star has been plucked out of the galaxies and is being transferred to the other side. That is how matured prophet speaks. You won't say, oh, he will die. No. I saw the star of Jim Carter moved. The star of Jim Carter is being moved to the other side. His star has been moved. I don't want to use the word move, has been removed. His star has been shifted. I see that shift going on. I see that shift going on. There's a shift, and I saw the American flag flying at half-mast. And I saw a church service going on. A church service going on. I don't know if he's a believer. I don't know. I don't know his faith.
He's a
He's a believer, yeah, staunch believer.
So the Lord said so that's why God is saying his servant. He said, my servant, Jim Carter, his star has been shifted to the other side. And the Lord said, my servant's torchlight shall shine bright before me in heaven. So I don't know much about him. That's what I heard. He said, my servant. I don't know why he keeps saying my servant. He said, my servant's torchlight shall bright. And I saw like this, the Olympic torch, the whole. And I saw him appear in heaven. And he was holding the torchlight, the relay torchlight, or the torchlight with fire burning. Jim Carter, Jim Carter, Jim Carter, Jim Carter. He said the days left are no more many. And he will not fall ill. He said I will receive him in his sleep. I'll receive him in his sleep. And by the time the family think he's sick and they rush him to the hospital, I would have received him long ago.
Mercy.
Thank you, Lord.
This is an NBC News special report. Here's Hallie Jackson.
Good afternoon. We are coming on the air with breaking news. Jimmy Carter, the 39th president, has died in his hometown of Plains, Georgia. Carter was 100 years old, the longest living president in American history. Our Lester Holt remembers his legacy.
My name is Jimmy Carter, and I'm running for president.
He went from being Jimmy Who to winning the White House itself, then struggled with crises overseas and a troubled economy at home. A one-term president whose time as ex-president was the longest.
Thank you all.
Among the most active in American history, becoming the first American president to celebrate his 100th birthday.
The prophet emphatically stated in his prophecy that he saw the American flag flying at half-mast.
There's a shift, and I saw the American flag flying at half-mast.
A life of service and impact for sure. Thanks for joining us. I'm Cheryl Preheim.
And I'm Aisha Howard. It is Monday, December 30th. This morning, the American flag is at half-staff atop the White House as the nation remembers President Jimmy Carter. The Plains, Georgia native was a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy, Georgia governor, and U.S. president in his lifetime.
The prophet also stated that God will receive him in his sleep, and according to the news portal, he was in hospices confined in his home.
And he will not fall ill. He said, I will receive him in his sleep. I'll receive him in his sleep. And by the time the family think he's sick and they rush him to the hospital, I would have received him long ago.
As you might know, the 39th president started receiving home hospice care in February of last year.
He said, my servant's torchlight shall bright. And I saw like this, the Olympic torch, the whole. And I saw him appear in heaven. And he was holding the torchlight, the relay torchlight, or the torchlight with fire burning. Jimmy Carter.
The former president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, has died at the age of 100. He was the longest living former U.S. president. He served in the White House from 1977 to 1981, a Democrat who first entered politics in the 1960s. He only served for one term, but followed his presidency with a career that included winning the Nobel Peace Prize for his humanitarian work. From Washington, Gary O'Donoghue looks back at his life.
He said, my servant, Jimmy Carter, his star is being moved to the other side. His star has been plucked out of the galaxies and is being transferred to the other side.
We have some breaking news just into CNN. CNN has just confirmed that Jimmy Carter, the 39th president of the United States, has died at the age of 100. CNN's Wolf Blitzer has a look back now at President Carter's extraordinary life and career.
I saw the star of Jim Carter moved. The star of Jim Carter is being moved to the other side.
He was the peanut farmer from Georgia, an American president who lived a life longer than any other.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
James Earl Carter Jr., Jimmy.
We must adjust to changing times and still hold to unchanging principles.
A man with a message that echoes still today. A man of deep faith, compassionate, honourable, a peacemaker, a healer. Unpretentious, unassuming, modest, frugal. Jimmy Carter's qualities were what 1970s America thought it needed.
This is truly a living proof that God is still speaking through his chosen, ordained prophets. And the Spirit of God searches all things, yes, the deep things of God.